Respect, it's your boy John Robinson. You're tuned in right now, Visual Caffeine, another episode. Yo, we got a special guest in the house right now. You know what I'm saying? Low Life Crew, you know what I'm saying? Skillionaire, you know what I'm saying? Skillinium Styles. Yo, it goes from literally skillionaire to survival of the skillest. That's what we're gonna talk about today. And this is a brother that I've known for some years, and I look forward to building and talking about the early journey and talking about what's happening right now, because there's a lot of things going on both of those spectrums. Welcome to the show, Thirstin Howl the Third.
Yeah, what's good, man. Thank you for having me today, you know.
No doubt. Everything's great, brother. How are you?
Everything is beautiful, man. Life is beautiful, you know. Just staying positive and keeping things moving.
No question. So yeah, I want to start by asking, I mentioned from skillionaire to survival of the skillest. You know, obviously you know what that means.
Skillionaire, skillosopher, serial skiller, licensed to skill, Skilligan's Island, skilletary, survival of the skillest, skill recognized, skillmatic. Yo, there's a long list of albums, but everything got a skill title because to me in hip-hop, skills always mattered most, and it was the first thing you had to be judged by when you was living or repping hip-hop, because, you know, everybody want to do it, everybody was doing it, but what set you apart from anyone was your skill, and to show how real you was about it, you know?
No question. So what do you feel, if you could pick one thing and say the difference between Thirstin Howl Skillionaire and Thirstin Howl Survival of the Skillest is?
Just time. Time separated those two things, but the skill was always there because the skill was always in my heart from the gate, you know? Dope. And then anything I ever did hip-hop, skill mattered most. You know, I was a breakdancer first, you know, Dope. Graffiti artist, breakdancer. And, you know, when I was breakdancing, I practiced every day as a little kid, 4, 5, 6 hours a day. And the only reason I did that so much because when I get out there on that floor against somebody else, I'm gonna make sure I outdo whatever move you do and all that, you know what I mean? So it was about that skill, and you know, that's all it got to do with me, man. Skillionaire is the company I represent, as well as Skillusion Films, which is my film company, you know, because it's all about the skill once again, you know?
No doubt, no doubt.
Boston to East New York, Boricua walk, Boricua talk, Latin lingo, lindo e limpio, wrote the book, escribo the libro, la pita pinta, beat high, viva, culona, joda, controla, clica, New York, like True Life said, keep black, motherfucker, how I do my bid, en calle, se calle, Kanye, the Polo King is me, que nadie, take my crown, wake pop out, kidnap bitches, tan bien marrao.
For power, for love and honor, no drama. If it ain't about that guap, don't bother. Cause I'ma dominate like Martha, not Stewart. I'm talking about Marta, la dominadora, la preditoria, chambelona, campeona, leona de la rumba, reina de la rumba, la que nunca tumba.
So let's talk about the name, man. I've never asked you this question in all the years I've known you. Like, what inspired the name? You know,
Thirstin Howl?
Yeah.
Well, when I first started rapping, my name I went by was my regular low life name, which was Big Vic the Barbarian. You know, I'm a knockout artist, so I like to get busy, right? So when I started rapping, that was my same approach to people to battle. You know, I'm stepping to you like, you know, we gonna fight, so you're gonna have to battle me. You're not walking away. You're gonna stand here and you're gonna battle me. We're gonna see what's what. So everybody used to tell me during my battle ventures, yo, you thirsty, man, you too thirsty. Like, I'll be driving, I see a cypher, I'm making a U-turn, yo, I'm going, yo, you thirsty, man. So the name Thirsty started sticking with me. So and then, you know, the Thirstin Howl kind of came in. I remember in like '96, I went away to my sister's crib in Boston, and I was like, let me get away from my project, let me get away from everybody, because I wanted to be someplace secluded to really start writing my rhymes and get involved. So when I left on that trip, you know, I discovered a lot of my talents being secluded alone. I got to find out a lot more about myself and my writing abilities and all that. So when I returned back to New York after that summer, I was Thirstin Howl the third, you know what I mean? And you know, the third, I added the third on because, you know, the number 3 it represents a complete cipher. You know what I mean? Like man, woman, child, food, clothing, shelter, and all food, clothing, and shelter, all those things. You know, to have a complete cipher. And as an MC, as an artist, and all that, I was always a complete package of everything that you don't expect, or everything you need to have a fulfillment of what it's supposed to be. You know what I mean?
Thirsty, greedy, hungry, starving. My footprints been Hong Kong to Harlem. Thirsty, greedy, hungry, starving. My footprints been Hong Kong to Harlem. Greedy, hungry, starving. My footprints been Hong Kong to Harlem. Stronghold from my toes to nostrils. Messenger next to none that God chose. Dragons lay a bird's nest.
So let's talk about visuals, man, because one of the things that I've always seen were you was always ahead of the game. And I consider you one of the artists who are the epitome of being independent. Where it's like you're bringing everything to the table. You're not depending on anyone to keep the machine running. And one of the things about your visuals, number one, there's a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? It's not. We're not talking about a handful of videos. We're talking about potentially, 100 videos or something like that. You know. So, what made you say so early? You know what? Visuals is where it's at. I'm gonna go here.
It's a long story to that, right? Cause check it out. When I came home from prison, my last bid. Word. I got a job while I was on work release. Mm-hmm. I got a job at MTV while I was on work release. Wow. Changed my whole life. Like, from going to work at MTV for free, just because it was a good opportunity, I wound up staying 8 years. And I learned how to do everything behind the scenes on production, from coordinating to, the PA-ing to lighting. And now, my mother passed away in '98. So when my mother passed away, that's when I really began to take my career seriously. Like, I'm going to do this for myself. I'm going to just go full-fledged with it. Now, I always believed, just because of the fact that I worked at MTV, I always believed I need $100,000 to make a video, because we was always dealing with those kind of budgets. But I remember the time I formulated my first video, and I seen how much knowledge I had, because when I worked there the whole time, I had no interest in film or anything. I just was interested in the paycheck and doing the job right. So when I left it, I couldn't believe how much knowledge I had for filming and coordinating and putting this thing together. So after my first 2 videos, it was a wrap. It was just so simple to formulate, because I had the knowledge of the procedures of putting it together. And I always found hungry people who wanted to do the same things with me. That's why we was able to maximize it so much, and I was able to have quality and quantity at the same time. Even still, I got like 15 videos I haven't released yet, because I try to drop at least one a month, but I'll shoot them 3-4 at a time. I'll shoot them whenever it's convenient, and just so I can have them in the stash, so whenever I'm ready to shoot, it's a wrap.
That's what's up.
Ridiculous.
Stuck on stupid.
Ridiculous.
Stuck on stupid.
Ridiculous.
Stuck on stupid.
I've been a legend before Accra. I don't need Viagra. I'll crack your girl pelvis. Rest in peace to Elvis. I wanna fuck his daughter and a daughter. My aim is good, I shoot holes through quarters. Please don't test me, I always win. I'm a nasty nigga. I piss and shit in the backseat of your brand new Benz.
Stuck going stupid. Stuck going stupid.
Dragon's Lair always spit that fire. I'm in sync with the chinks. Kung fu attire like Chinese torture. Egg roll and a pork chop. Cuisine latrine is where my fork stops.
Monkey see, monkey do, not me, kid. I stay hungry. I will eat your ribs like barbecue ribs and spit out the bones. Believe it or not, my album is scorching hot. I can look at your girl and make her hot. She wants some dick, but I'ma give her some tongue, long like a lizard. Keep out of reach of children, they shouldn't listen.
Stuck going stupid.
Bulletproof only in the movies. Big booty bad bitch came with the cooties. Crooklyn Crenshaw, 315 Benshaw. Get bras with my voice and guitar.
Brooklyn's bravest, Harlem well rapist. The Bronx strangler, Queens, I get back to you later. MCs get smashed like potatoes. Do me a favor and kill yourself. We low life giants, y'all niggas is ants. We smoke them plants, we stay fly like birds. Your album is garbage, you really a nerd.
Shaken, not stirred, next to get murked. Take it to the cleaners, put the hem in your skirt. Dirt, do a stump, do manure. Missy told her, hook my biceps, super duper.
Stuck going stupid.
Ridiculous.
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 Stuck going stupid.
If it's not sweet, then it must be sour. I have the power to make your body fall like the Twin Towers. At your wedding, I'll steal your flowers. Your mother should have had an abortion. You shouldn't even be born. Word is born, I'm a low-life soldier. I suck the blood out of cobras. I drop bombs the size of boulders.
Stomach settled, ginger ale and Henny. Jewish gesture, collecting every penny. God sent prophet, janitor in the project. Burn down the building, abandon the bodies. Go back for the babies and goldfish. Notice, fuck that, I don't rescue no bitch.
I'm not a carpenter, but I bang them hammers. I do a song with MC Hammer. You can't touch this, even if you had your hands on this. My flow is ridiculous. No forgiveness for these suckers. They irritating like baby mothers.
Ridiculous.
Stuck going stupid.
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 Synchronized swimming, I'm a fiend for fine women. Feed the fly kitten, piece of pie pigeon. Hair club for men, how much your afro costs? Smoke weed in the street, sip tobacco sauce.
Don't think it can't happen, I will teach you a lesson. I will stick my hands down your throat and pull out your intestines. Wrap it around your neck, I'm the best of the best. I get more pussy than panties, you get no sex.
I'm the snake in the grass, big worms, my cousin. Been a dog all my life, mad motherfucking rednecks, brown nose, yellow belly, black eyes from New York City, ever ready. Battery charge, calorie carbs, break the fuck out, that'll be smart. I'ma search through the garbage, set fire to the dumpster, sniff coke in church, spit shine my gutter.
Rap stars need bodyguards, not me player. Fuck with me and you'll feel two razors. Cut so sharp, you'll think you get cut with lasers. You won't feel nothing, you'll rest in peace like my brother, Anthony White. I miss you, kid, but I'ma keep standing strong like the Brooklyn
I'ma show
Bridge.
this fucking game what crooked is. Bring it back for big, that Brooklyn mint. Smoke screen, gunpowder, bubble bath, blood shower from Big Boo Stupor, Walker Watchtower.
Ridiculous.
Stuck going stupid.
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 What's the next evolution of low life?
Wow, you know, that's crazy because anytime I try to predict where something was gonna go, I was always wrong.
Wow.
So it always evolves in a way we not even thinking. At least I know it's gonna continue to evolve. And with that alone, I'm satisfied because, you know, whatever we started here, whatever we did, me, all my peoples, my friends, you know, we get to see it manifest through generations. And that alone is like priceless to me within my heart, to be able to see that, you know, we have a big part of hip-hop culture and influence. You know, I'm happy just for that. You know, I live this, man. I live it first and foremost, more than anything, and that's all I care about. So, you know, I'm intertwined with the people who live it. So when people continue to live it and they adapt to what we doing and what we started and all that, it makes me want to live it even harder, man. That's the truth. But I could never tell you where it's gonna go, man, because I don't know. Anytime I try to predict where hip-hop was gonna go, I was always wrong. It always went a way that I didn't even imagine.
Thirstin Howl. Hey yo, this is Brownsville style straight up. Stick and move. I gotta hustle for the crown. Got a bitch take paper uptown. I grew up in BK, welfare PJs, baby mama drama 3 states. Recruit the team, crooks from Brooklyn. Money in my hand won't always get tooken. Go uptown with sharks that's bullied out. Strong on the owl, 6 months run the house. Chicago's best, that's troops back up. Guns stacked up, bullet holes passed up, smoked out an ounce. They know what I'm about. Got the bitches all coming out they blouse, lacing them up, shaking they butt, facing my nuts, tasting the crust. I pulled a 4-4 long for some dumb shit that you said, hoping they cut off my head. Bought my ice picks, none I fear. Felony melodies will always severe. Here's some chips for the crew, that's with me. If I'm getting paid, then we all can eat. I'm not no sucker, and I ain't scared, son. Tell them niggas I did them. Keep them skirts on knees. You is certainly ain't murking me. Hear the shot off, wigs popped off. I don't like y'all, my nights is night crawls. My crew ruled in the Garvey. Brooklyn projects die at our party. Jesus pieces blessed, pussy clips get stretched. And I like big breasts, skeet in your face, fan fly, fantastic lamb. I can steal without my hands. Filthy Guacchino, kill for De Niro. Crack Bambinos, die less than 0. Walking on dangerous ground, too close to the edge. Throw motherfuckers off the ledge. Shells along, the drama's on, the power's on. I doubt you're strong. Gangsta school, snatch the chain. Punks get cut if they mention my name. I pull out like I'm circumcised. Threat with 2 techs, inspect the spy. Big Papa die, so the rest of my life I'm a Puerto Rican speaking, leave you leaking by my knife. Meet on my resume, you know already, Duke. Don't make me have to shoot when my gun is shown. Drop the cañón, or you be screaming, ay Dios cabrón. Test me, 89 Polo Goose, come get me. Motherfucking fit to boost, the police could waste me. Never take my gun off safety, ain't no cop gonna chase me. I'm a father to children, stay standing up. Wave the automatic, give all that up. In the puddle of the blood, with a hole in your head. Throw motherfuckers off the ledge.
I feel that. So let's talk about the brand, man. You know, Low Life brand.
Low Life brand is here.
Yeah.
88 is the date. You know what I mean?
Word.
Well, the Low Life brand right now is a conjunction between myself, Thirstin Howl, and Willie Esco.
Okay.
You know, we did collaborations with Cool G. There's a Cool G Low Life sweater. Wait till you see that. And we did a collaboration with Etonic Sneakers to have Low Life Etonic Stadium. You know, a lot of it is polo influenced, but you know, we bringing our own twist to it, and we're adding our name to the whole realm of things, because you know, the Low Life brand for fashion in New York is still a staple regardless, you know what I mean? So there were a lot of people out there who tried to emulate Ralph Lauren brands and stuff like that, but a Low Life would never touch it. You know what I mean? So to be inspired by Ralph Lauren stuff and for us to bring our own thing, you know, you gonna see the streets eat it up. Plus, you know, we the streets for real. Like, you know, we represent for the people, for the hood, for the ghetto, and for everyone else abroad. It's not just a hood thing no more. It's for everybody, all air likes, everybody who live the culture, you know, and people who just want to, you know, spread positive messages, man. You know, we took a negative and transformed it into a positive, man. So you're gonna see Low Life books, Low Life documentaries, Low Life movie. Everything is on the way now, because you know, this is just one platform. This is the stepping stone to all the greatness that's gonna happen, man. Because, you know, for one, we New York City history, and we need the world to know this is how New York do. This New York style. So, in case y'all forgot whose style y'all was using, this New York style.
So, my next question would be this. Obviously, you got the Low Life brand coming. You've been literally keeping your career and manifesting your own destiny for the last, 15 plus years, 20 years.
20 years plus.
20 years plus, So, what inspired that business sense? What inspired you? Was there a thing that inspired you to say, you know what, I'm gonna do it this way, and I'm gonna keep this flowing this way because I feel like this is the route for me? Like, what inspired that? Because not everyone's brave enough to take that route.
Poverty and hunger. Like, everything that inspired me to keep going, cause I've been poor in my life. I know what it is to not have anything.
Word.
So I know what it is to get something and cherish it and hold on to it forever. So, I never loved anything more in my life than hip hop. Not even my mother. I didn't love my mother as much as I love hip hop.
Wow.
That's some realness, right?
That's
so
real.
when I saw that I had the talent to actually do music and all that, I mean, I held on to it from that day like this with a grip, like never wanting to let it go. You know what I mean? So that was on one aspect, but the hunger of me wanting to be that artist and get people to respect me for my skill, first and foremost. I never planned to do this as a business. It was never a thought for me. When I saw that it manifested money, then I just took advantage of the opportunities as they presented themselves. But it was never a goal for me to succeed financially through this or to obtain any of that. It was just for me to manifest the culture, live the art, and do it to my best ability. And that's how I still feel in my heart. If business, opportunities come along, I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna be on point with them. But that still isn't the goal for me. Because at the end of the day, if I gotta love what I'm doing. If I don't love it, then it really ain't gonna have a meaning for me.
True.
I'm not gonna embrace it the same way.
What happens to your catalog when you're no longer physically here?
That's already written.
That's dope.
It belongs to those that that help me do all of this.
Word.
Just like this brand, this brand happened, but this belongs to me and all those people who helped me. All of we spent so many years. There were so many people coming working for free for so long. So when anything happened, everybody lived. You know what I mean? Same with the catalog. All that, my children, like, love and loyalty for me is really real, man. It's like, even with the films and everything, I involve my children, everybody in my family. Whoever wants to be involved, I'm putting them in. Any low life who wants to be involved, I put them in. Even when we opened the studio and all that, the door was open for anybody who wants to come and be a part of it, but work and take it seriously.
Word.
You know what I mean? So catalog belongs to my children, my family, you know what I mean? Because it's a big catalog, man, and no matter what happens, it's gonna live forever. So, through music and film and all that, you become immortalized, man. And one of the greatest things I'm grateful about having music and film is that my great grandchildren will be able to see me and see what I was like.
Absolutely.
To me, that's priceless. They're gonna be like, look at my granddad, he was like this, he was like that, you know what I mean? Even though it might be like dinosaur status back, you know what I mean? But it's still great that they can see it.
It's stamped in.
So I'm immortalized for my family, man, and I hope I can inspire them for generations and generations to come. And to me, that means a lot because of where I came from and the harsh realities that my family come from and all that. You know what I mean? I believe we were able to make so many positive transitions that people wouldn't even understand. You know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't even know where I come from unless I told you, man.
No doubt. So yeah, man, we got the latest album, Survival of the Skillest.
Survival of the Skillest, the latest DVD, The Life and Rhymes of Big Vic Low.
Boom.
Know what I mean? The Low Life clothing brand. We got the book, Bury Me with the Low On, the Polo Culture dropping in September.
Word.
You know what I mean? A lot of things coming.
Entrepreneurial illness with the skillness. Yo, we gonna play a video, man. Word to my L's. This is off the new album, Survival of the Skillest.
Crush your motherfucking bones right now. You crush your bones. Crush your bones. I never say MGB without SJB.
low. Money, hoes, clothes, and a ugly fofo. Po, snub nose, now it's Elmer Flood. Farted when I fucked, retarded and the smartest that you doubted that I was. 88 great, everlasting stripes. Same way I did the polo, same way I did the mic. Same way I did mujeres with my L's always present. My rank is official, I don't gotta answer questions. Miami where I rest, Brooklyn on my chest. Brownsville tats, no bulletproof vest. Viva Puerto Rico, New York, and the East Coast. Niggas know my style, I'm always in beast mode. Curse when I rap, it's better to attack. My first words every morning, fuck I never say MGB without SJP. We the same family. From the Brooklyn streets to Miami Beach, Polo Posse. Love and loyalty, all you see. Nobody on for sale. Salute all generals, heaven or hell, wear the uniform well. Rep your L's right, be tame and subtle. Cause motherfuckers here ain't in to take them from you. Low light, global, famed esteem moguls. No make believe beneath the sea. Speak to me, immortals. Only do trades, 20 items at a time. I get the better deal or everything's mine. Proud Puerto Rican, loyal for all reasons. Hunchback, fat, trapped in 4 seasons. John McEnroe fee shit. Racquetball, clean stitch. Acting all casual like it don't stink, bitch. Let's talk, more fight. That's what war's like. Super tripe, low life, route flow. Size born fly, cold eyes with a North Pole vibe. Look in my face, don't lie. I never say MGB without SJP. We the same family. From the Brooklyn streets to Miami Beach, Polo Posse. Love and loyalty, all you see. Nobody on for sale. Salute all generals, heaven or hell, wear the uniform well. Founders who died, I kept their names alive. When it comes to double up, they get their credit twice. Whole project turned grit, some people's is D-set. Bust our guns together, all we needed was respect. 6 building living killers, cookies and Kool-Aid. 4,500 push-ups done in 2 days. Low sheet with the shield, big crown, bathrobe. This low life story only been half told. Has broke the fundamentals, show you what the fuck we been through. For all of those that die, so no one else will come to hurt you. Growth, evolution, next generation blooming. Studio and a student saying something stupid, arrogant, talented, bar low, road management, cup of Henny steady with a cancer stick. Savages, 25 years of this fashion shit. I never say MGB without SJP. We the same family. From the Brooklyn streets to Miami Beach, Polo Posse. Love and loyalty, all you see. Nobody on for sale. Salute all generals, heaven or hell, wear the uniform well.
Yo, as I said earlier, you're sitting here, you're tuned in, and you're now listening to the epitome of what it means to be independent in the game, pulling people in, letting everyone be a part of it, but also learning each step of the way of the journey and mastering your craft and living it, you know?
Gotta live it. If you don't live it, you're not gonna go far. If you don't live it, you're gonna give up a couple of steps, you know. I remember a man told me one time, you know, like I look at the extent I had in my career or whatever, but I look at the things people told me. One businessman told me, you know, during the gold rush and all that, you know how many people drilled for gold for years and they quit when they were 2 feet away from the gold and didn't know, sold it off, and then somebody else. I look at stories, documentaries of like Benny Hill and Samuel Jackson, and people who it took them 20 years before even getting noticed, but they continuously stuck with their journey for 20 years. And no matter what, you got to be in it to win it. So as long as you're involved, no matter how it happens, if you continuously stay consistent and you stay involved, you're gonna have a breaking point at some point where it's gonna work for you and it's gonna work in your favor. Just believe in yourself, believe in your dream. If you got family members, mother, wife, whatever, who support you, be grateful.
Word.
For real.
Word. But yo, on that note, Thirst, man, give thanks for coming through, man.
You already know. Anytime, baby.
Yeah, man.
Anytime.
We're watching Visual Caffeine.
Visual Caffeine. Overdose. Take a shot. Know what I mean?
There you go.
It's not a game.